Hey everybody, it's Christy with Christy Artistry. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you and welcome to my channel. I have been doing fluid art for about 3 years now. I think I've been doing YouTube for about a year and a half maybe? I'm not even sure. It started during the McNasties. I needed an outlet, so I decided I was going to make videos to help me kind of get out of the house, you might say, during that terrible time. So tonight I'm going to be working on a 12 by 24 canvas, and I'm going to do something a little bit different than usual. It's not going to be just a plain old Dutch pour, and I'm not doing a galaxy type pour tonight. So I'm going to flood the canvas with our colors, and then I'll bring you down and I'll show you what we're doing. So I'll be right back. So I decided to bring you down before flooding the canvas because I want you to see what I'm actually going to be doing tonight. So I have taken this 12 by 24 canvas. It is vertical, and I'm going to be putting white up here, and then I'm going to be layering my colors down here and blowing this up. So I have chosen greens for tonight because I haven't done anything in green in a while. And so I've picked out some of the greens that I liked that go together. Some will be accent greens, and some will be, or there'll be accent colors, and then there'll be the main colors of the green, and we'll see what happens. So the first one is our Artist Loft Deep Green. Okay. Then I took out my Artist Loft Phthalo Green. Next I took out my Liquitex Basics Bright Aqua Green, and my Master's Touch Ocean Green. I love this color. So those are going to be kind of our main colors. Then I also pulled out 3 accent colors, and we'll see if we're going to use all of them. This is my metallic leaf green, so that would give us some shimmer. This is my Artist Loft Green Yellow, which sometimes makes some really nice designs, accents. And then also I took out my Deco Art Splendid Gold. I was going to use the 24 karat, but I thought in this one with the greens that the Splendid is a little bit brighter, so I'm going to use the Splendid. Okay, and like I said, we're going to flood white up here, and this is my newly mixed white, so hopefully we don't have any issues with little bubbles and things. And I got the canvas up on my little mini stilts today so that it was way up off the table and we could do a good job of covering this since it is a thicker canvas. So we're just going to push it over the edge and make sure I cover the corners. And again, I'm just going to do most of my white on the top here. We've got sirens roaring in the neighborhood here, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear them or not. And then I'm just going to push some of this down the edge and then get some cover on the edge here. Like so. We'll take our bottle and run a bead down the edge, because we do want to make sure that we cover this edge enough that if the paint doesn't flow over the edge because of our composition, that we still have coverage of the white. Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing over there. And any extra paint that's on the table, when I'm done, I pick it up and I put it in this little cups I have over on the side here. So I have all kinds of little cups over here, and if you've watched my videos, you've seen us do some of our galaxy pours using those cups. Okay, so that's our white. Looks pretty good. Not too much on the table, so that means that it's actually sticking on the side here. Like so. Pick some of this up. Not really a lot down there, but I'm going to pick it make sure our edges or our sides are covered, because these are much thicker sides, so they do take more paint to cover. And we don't want dry spots, because in fluid art, if you have a dry spot and then you try to cover it over, you can tell where that fix happened. Okay, I'm just going to run this over here and down this edge. Alright. Seems like we have some good coverage. Oh, I've got a corner here that's not covered very well. I can see. There we go. And I'll come over there and look at my sides again when we're done. Clean off my spatula. We'll rinse that. Okay, so now we have our white on, and I'm going to torch the bubbles in the white so I can make sure I've got a smooth surface here. Sometimes when I'm doing these thicker canvases, I will also, depending upon the color scheme, I will sometimes paint the edges. Oops! Oh, that was my mistake. Sometimes I'll paint the edges. So like if I was going to do a blue-white split, I'd paint the blue, just to make sure that I'm maintaining good coverage. I'm just going to scoop some of this white up that I overshot here. There we go. Oops. I'm making a big mess. Making a mess. Okay. Now I've got this running down nicely. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna put the greens down here, and then we're gonna blow up into the white. So we'll end up with darkness, and then these colors will blend with the white and will lighten up somewhat. That's okay. All right. So we're gonna start out with our deep green. Usually I would pour this out, but I'm just gonna let it squirt out. Next is our Phthalo Green. Again, a dark green, but not as dark. It's kind of a Christmas green, or I don't know. I like thinking of it as a Christmas green. So, as you know, I live in Minnesota, and it's still technically October, so fall. But our weatherman, Mr. Ian, decided to tell us today, actually I don't even think it was Ian, I think it was a substitute that was there in place of Ian, said today that we may actually have some flakes in our rain tomorrow. So you know how thrilled we are about that. Not. Alright, I'm going to take this one lid off. Let's see if we can get this to pour out a little bit nicer. A little bit more. Okay. I like that green. I just painted my arm. Okay. And my favorite green. My Master's Touch Ocean Green, which is the lid stuck on it because I haven't used it in a while. So let's add that. Pretty green. And now we're going to add our accents. Now, because I see so much dark here, I am going to skip the leaf green because I think there's enough dark here already. I'm going to use a little bit of this green yellow, just a little, as an accent. Okay, but I am going to put in our Splendid Gold because I think that will be beautiful. The cloud in our Splendid Gold. Alright, we're going to pour it out. I just have to be careful. I'm going to pour this kind of everywhere. So beautiful. Okay, let's move our colors out of the way here. And I'll put this one over there because we didn't use it. And now I'm going to torch the bubbles in the colors. Because there are quite a bit of bubbles in here. I'm shaking up the paint and from the metallics, the gold. Alright, we have bubbles taken care of. And now we're going to blow this out. May not be much, but it's enough sometimes just for an accent. Alright, I'm going to use the Revlon again. I was going to use the Drew Barrymore, but the Revlon's already ready to go. So if you haven't watched my videos, I have a Revlon dryer here. It has a high-low, and then it has a cool setting. And this cool setting, when you put it on low, actually revs the dryer a little bit more, and it helps blow out the paint. I have these attachments that my husband made on his 3D printer, and this is one of my favorites next to a really large one that I have. I found that this one makes the composition a little tighter, so that's why I'm going to use that. Alright, as long as it doesn't pull off, we'll be good. Okay, you guys saw what happened. I got too close to this overabundance of paint and it just shot everywhere. So what I want to do before these sink in too far is I want to pull them out of here. And it's easy to do. You just literally dip your finger in the white, wipe it off, and move on to the next one. Now if I was going to add some butterflies or bees or something up here, then I might leave them in, but I don't want them there, so I'm going to take them out. And this line, we're just going to erase it like so. Now I noticed there was a lot of white here, a lot. So I'm just going to pick some of it up to encourage my greens to come back out, because you can see them starting to burst through. So we'll encourage them to come on out again. Because while the white is fine, that big blob of white I don't like. I want the greens back. This is the fun part of fluid art. You get to play in the paint. And by just touching your finger in the paint, you're drawing up the white and bringing out the green again. You can make swirlies. Or something a little different. Which I like. Gives your eyes something to look at besides the bottom. Again, I'm just picking up some of this white to bring some of this green out. And while I might not get all of the green out again, it's fine because we do want some of the light and dark greens. But I'm just going to give it a little detail because I like when your eye gets drawn up. Better way to do it than by playing in the paint. Sometimes the details get a little too thin. So we'll just erase them, bring them back a little bit. Because while I'm, using my whole finger to make them wider, they will sink down in the paint and it will shrink up. So you just need to either keep them going or accept what happens to them when they get there. When you do a fire painting and you want those shoots of fire going out. So again, I'm just trying to draw some interest up this way. I've got golds coming out here. I lost a lot of the gold in the center here. That's okay. Coming back here, so we're going to play with that and get some of that through here. So that's not so boring. There, I like that better. I don't want it to just look like a, I'm trying to blend the greens together. Okay. That looks good. Got this nice ripple of dark green here that I want to take advantage of as well. Kind of follow the way the paint landed on the canvas and then just accentuate it by drawing it, whichever way your eye thinks it should go. Because remember, this is your painting. So it's up to you where it goes and what it looks like when it's done. Adding these little accents. a little nicer, I think. So usually I do this off camera, but I thought maybe you'd like to see like how we sometimes finish these off and add the little details. So this is like blending back in, which is fine. That's good. This one is way too light, so I might as well just remove that one. So I wanted this little like cloud effect here. Okay, I like that. I love this. I think there's some details below here that could be a little bit better. And you can see what the paint as it starts to come up. And you could leave them, you know, leave the bubbles or the paint as they come up naturally. But sometimes I just like to play in the paint, and this is one of those times. I want to play in it for a little bit to see what I can build up on here. Geez, I can hear the sirens. They're coming in. Last night it was fire trucks, today it's police. Busy, busy, busy. Okay. Alright, I kind of like that. So, that's what I do. Is now what we're going to do is we need to take some of the paint that's on the table and tap it on the sides, just enough to encourage the top to roll over a bit and cover the sides naturally, because I can't possibly match this, you know, myself. So we're just going to add some paint. It'll continue to run down, what I call naturally, and then when it's done doing that, I will scrape the edges to stop it from doing that, because I don't want it to pull everything off. I just want it to run down a little bit. Alright, so I've got this side covered. This is all light, so it's fine the way it is. Nothing I really need to do there. Darks are done. This is covered now. Oh, I missed a spot. That's covered nicely. Oh, we need some lighter up here. So again, put it on there, let it sit for a minute while it runs down. Make sure that it's covered. And then just scrape so that it doesn't keep running down once you have the composition that you like. Now I do see my white up here needs a little bit of refreshing on the side, so I'm assuming up by you it also does. So I'm going to grab some more of these bubbles that are popping up, and then I'm going to come over there, fix the white, and then grab the camera so you can see this beautiful painting. So I'll be right back. So what do you think about this painting? It's green, lots of greens. The gold, I kind of lost the gold, but I'm hoping when this dries, the shimmer of the gold will come back up. But let's take a look at this up close. I love how the greens mixed in together. That's what's fun about doing these type of paintings. Now all these things that you see popping through, those will come through and be there in the end, which will be nice. So while you, like right here where you see that gold, as that begins to dry, this may get larger, and so we may see more of the gold popping up at that time. But I really like doing these kind of paintings where I can just, you know, play in the paint and do the composition so that it's basically, you know, you pour on your colors, you blow it down, you blow it up the way you want. and just create something really pretty. Now this again is a 12 by 24, so it is a bit larger than I've been doing lately. But yeah, I really like doing these type of paintings. They're a lot of fun to do, and you can use any colors you want and be creative, and you never know what's going to happen. So let me know in the comments what you think about this painting. Do you like this kind of style, or what is the style that you like that I do that keeps you watching? Alright, until my next video in 3 days, thank you for watching. Please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye.